Hello, Supercars in Seconds here. Today we've got a real icon in the automotive industry, the BMW M4. The M cars have always been a big part of the BMW line, and this one is as a brand new car is really no exception to that. Let's take a walk around this beautiful car. So looking at the side profile, a bigger car than you think. Believe it or not, this is only about 3 inches shorter than the BMW M8. So this is a bigger car, 189 inches long, about 74 inches wide, and really just 55 inches high. Just a nice sized car. Bigger than you think is the key to this vehicle. I love on the competition, you get these 4 big, huge ceramic tipped exhausts that are just amazing. The little black accents are rather nice. You can get some of this in carbon fiber, but I actually like the gloss blacks. It seems to match all very well throughout the car. Isle of Man green. Most of the M cars are named after famous racing areas and race tracks and so on. Of course, the Isle of Man TT races would be no exception to that. This spec is cool. They've done the bright blue M brakes, which you can change, but I like the blue because we've done the LED BMW laser lights, which get the little blue supports underneath them. Really a nice option there. So the famous BMW Bayerisch Motorkennwerk logo, of course, is a propeller spinning in the blue sky. Really a cool thing going back to their history in the aeroplane industry and so on. Sitting just above the most controversial front end of a car I've heard of in a long time. Do you know, I actually like it. I think it depends on the color. A good friend of mine has a black one and it totally disappears. On this Isle of Man green, you really see it. If you look in the history of BMW, these longer kidney grills have been a big part of it. I actually like the way that the hood is raised on these sections here, and really makes it, frankly, just more interesting. I really enjoy the design. First time I saw it, I thought, what the heck have they done? Over the last few months, it's really grown on me. I do enjoy the grille very much. Clever use of materials. They've done a nice job of keeping her all body color all the way down with just some black trim around the bottom to flare it out. But let's take a look at the powertrain of this big green monster. Okay, we'll have a look at this interior more in a moment, but that's beautiful, isn't it? I love the black stripe with the Alcantara and leather mix, really pretty. Powertrain, we're going to pull this twice, click, click, and that pops the trunk open. Sorry, the hood open, and we can lift it up now and take a look underneath. Let's have a look in here. A straight 6, an inline 6 is unusual today, but it's been a part of the BMW brand for decades. It really is nice to see them continuing that. Now, of course, with the forced induction, the turbocharger adding to the power. This is the competition spec, only available with the automatic, and it is automatic. It's not a dual clutch. So we've got 503 horsepower here, 479 pounds of torque in a car that weighs 3,880 pounds. She's heavier than you think because the car is big. As I mentioned a minute ago, it's only a couple of inches shorter than the M8, so it's a big car. That side profile, you can see it's really just a beautiful looking machine. The powertrain itself is super torquey. That torque is super low down, 1200 RPM. You're almost at max torque, and it gives an incredible feel. All right, walking to get inside the car. They've actually tinted the windows on this one, so you can see the little sticker there. Don't roll the windows down. Some hard plastic here, the beautiful Napa leather there, and firmer plastics again at the bottom. I like the way they've integrated the speakers. This is the Harman Kardon option, but it's nicely done into the door there. And revealing these Silverstone leather seats. This is still covered, but it has the M4 that illuminates in the evening and so on. It comes up bright. This is super cool. Leaning on the handle here, you can then see into the rear. And a good size seat. You can see how they do fold down in the back there as well. So let's climb inside M4. It is rather nice. This is what a BMW is about. Bang! That solid feel to it. I'm going to push the starter button, firm on the brake, starter button down in the center. Surrounded by carbon fiber. It's really pretty in here, the way it's done. The carbon continues up onto the dashboard all the way across there. And around this driver area itself is all carbon. These beautiful red-backed carbon fiber shifters. This carbon pack is done beautifully. It makes these M buttons, which are programmable. You can select what you put onto for, let's say, a little aggressive and super aggressive, for example, is how you'd set up those buttons. Down in the center console, you got the exhaust button. That's got to be illuminated, you know me. Then I can change the modes, which when I push M mode, it will change the display in front of me. So that's the conventional view. Yeah, I like this sort of 3D look. Fuel on the edge there, revs around the outside, speedometer on that side. If I push the word M mode here, it changes it dramatically to a much more sporty look. The car is in park, so I can rev her up here, and a great sound from that straight six. As you'd imagine on the screen here, nice 11-inch screen. The latest version of iDrive is super simple to use, of course. Whichever one you push, it goes right there. Home is your friend. You can also write on here. If you have a friend's phone number or address, you can actually type on here. And the car gets it really accurately. You don't have to sort of guess about if you got it right. The car says that right away. A super cool thing on the M cars, going back a long, long time, generations of cars, is this. I can change the sharpness of the gear shifts. Something that's super cool in BMW M cars. The seat I'm sitting in, again, is that Silverstone leather with the black stripe. Very comfortable. Good support down by my hips here and my thighs. Not so good around my shoulders. A bit loose up here. I might be able to just adjust that forward a bit to get more comfortable, perhaps for track use. They do offer the competition seat, and I've tried it, but it's pretty stiff. It's a great looking seat. One of the best seats in the industry, I think, as far as appearance. The carbon fiber back with the vented holes, but they're not that comfortable. This is actually a very comfortable seat. All right, let's take this 503 horsepower monster out and see how she does into old Batman's corner. All right, let's go down into old Batman's corner. I'm going to be shifting it automatically for now. We've got it in that automatic sort of mode. It will go into first. Let's just hit it. Takes a second there and then just takes off. Boy, she's quick. Let's see how the turn-in is. Boy, steering's fast. The ratio's really fast. As I turned in the wheel there, woof, it was crossing the lane. Pretty impressive. All right, let's wake it up. Yeah, that's 500 horsepower. Right, I'm going to hit these brakes very hard. I go over 15 inches up front. Let's do an emergency stop. Woof. Yeah, super cool. Very stable and solid brakes. I couldn't really feel a hell of a lot through the wheel, like that's what the rotor's doing. There wasn't that much connection, but it was powerful. The brakes were really good. Coming down here, I'll tell you what's fun. I'm 52 years old, and this takes me back to the older M cars. What it has is a howl. There. That 6-cylinder just has an amazing howl. You hear the speed of those gear changes. Bearing in mind this is a conventional automatic. It's not a dual clutch. I don't think the car is any worse for it. Great sound out of those big quad pipes. This is a really enjoyable car to hustle down a road. Let me see if I can make it launch a bit better than it did before. Let's have a go here. That was better. Bear in mind this is automatic. That's fast gear changes. They're very good. Particularly on the way up. I think it's better on the way up than it is on the way down. Steering, heavy as heck. Some of the heaviest steering I've driven in a long, long time. But also incredibly fast ratio. If I wiggle it a little bit left or right, the car will shift all the way across the lane. It is a much more aggressive steering rack than you'd get in the conventional BMW. That's the big M difference. And it is, I've watched other videos, they say it wasn't really an M car. It's an M car. It's, I think the M2 you can throw around more than this because it's a big car. But this is somewhere between an M2 and an M5. Picture that, where you get that big long distance cruiser and the super aggressive throw around car. This is in the middle, and it's done a good job with it. I'm very impressed. Well, I'm sitting in a traffic light here, so I actually get to breathe. The car's intense. It's that 503 horsepower, you really feel it. It hustles the car along at an incredible speed. Like most BMWs, 50 miles an hour up to certain other speeds that I would never do, of course, is amazing. That higher speed range, she pulls like a monster. Normally I'd end the video now by showing you around the car, but I'm having too much fun. I got empty back roads here, so I'm going to continue driving this beautiful M4. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.